Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have for you an open box video of a very special sort here. I have one item and one item only. And I don't mean one coin. I just mean that I have a 1941 proof set that I ended up getting in and decided to go ahead and get certified. I actually sent the smaller two coins, the penny and the nickel, both in on an economy service. So I split the group up when I got them certified, and I sent the silver coins in on just their standard service. So we'll see if that made any difference in these coins and the grades. Let's start with this the cent, which is really pretty as far as a proof penny goes. We're going to take a look at this surface quality here. So on the proof coins, they're very tricky to grade. You want to look at that overall quality. So even though we're getting blinded by the light, that's actually intentional, because what I want to see here is, you know, if I can see any like fine scratches and stuff on the surface of the coin. One of the things that's interesting about this coin, of course, is that you can see that like little white streak across his face, which I'm still not 100% sure of that is metal reacting to something or not. But as we look at the overall surface quality, you'll see that there are not really any scratches or anything on the surface. It's a higher surface quality, and it came back a nice grade of 66 red brown. They're very, it's very hard to get a full red on any of these proof coins. NGC and PCGS both have a policy of keeping, guaranteeing the color on pennies for only a 10-year period. And anything that looks like it's not 100% red, and we'll say 100% red, doesn't get the red. It gets the red brown. Of course, this coin is great. In this grade, it's worth about $150. Red gray sheet. So gray sheet is just going to be the reference point I use. It's not the end all and be all. But this coin in the full red is like almost $400. So you can see how important color is to these coins. And I will say that this coin is probably going to trade for a lot closer to the red value than the red brown value, just because of how difficult they are to come by in full red. All right, next up we have the nickel, and Thomas never looked so good. So one of the things that you'll see on this coin right away is that the surface quality overall is pretty good, but you can see there's a few little spots and stuff. There are no scratches to speak of, but just a little bit of spotting, which is very common on these coins. And these proof coins tend to have a pretty nice strike to them. Overall, you can see all the steps on the building there on Monticello. And once again, just a few little spots and stuff, but as far as the surface quality goes, not really scuffy or scratchy. Overall, pretty nice. Pretty nice. This coin they decided to give a proof 65. You know, a lot of these coins they're splitting hairs really when you're getting to the different levels of quality. And on proof coins, they are much harder on proof coins than they are on regular coins. So, you know, if this were just a regular nickel and you looked at it and there's just zero contact marks of any kind, you'd expect a little bit higher grade. It's very difficult to get high grades on proof coins in general. Now we're going to move on to two of the classics. What's fun about this proof set is that you're going to end up getting both a walking Liberty half dollar and, of course, the Mercury dime. And for those of you who aren't collecting proof sets, but you like US coins, I'd say it's worth spending the time just finding an individual nice looking proof Mercury dime, a nice looking proof walking Liberty half dollar. And actually, this coin, this is 41. The nickel, the 42 silver, that's one that's, for whatever reason, I just am always drawn to. I think there's like 129,000 made. Or is it 29,000? I'm getting my numbers all mixed up. But either way, I don't see them very often. It's one of my favorite coins because it's just a unique piece, because there's only 1 year that they made the proof silver one. There's an unnecessary plug for Jefferson nickel. So for all you nickel lovers out there, you're welcome. All right, this coin, really lovely. It's got a touch of toning at the base here. and you see just kind of the high strike, a little bit of that double rim effect. You see on the edge there, you've got that rim. One of those things that we talk about is the strike quality. On a lot of the proof coins, they have either a little bit more pressure on them. Some coins are struck multiple times, but really it's the pressure that they were using on these that gets that rim to be sometimes a little fatter and with that little wire edge to them. In the meantime, the overall surface quality really great on this coin. None of those little scuffies that you see sometimes. And it's very easy. These surfaces are very delicate on the proof coins, and they were shipped in cellophane packages, which oftentimes weren't the best for them. We should talk about here that these, well, I'm going to keep talking about this Mercury dime, then I'll tell you more about the overall proof set. Once again, you talk about how if this was just an uncirculated dime, and you look at that shot right there, there's the money shot, guys. That shot, there's just no contact marks on that coin whatsoever. And if that was an unk, you know, it'd be like a 68 or something like that. And a little bit of gentle toning in the fields. And they went ahead and called this coin a 66. So nice grade. Now, one of the things that's interesting is if you look at the gray sheet on these guys, they don't even have listings for cameos. You know, cameos are just that rare or scarce. Now, none of these coins are really cameos. I'm just mentioning it because there are, like for proof Franklin halves, they list them in cameo in the gray sheet. But these are so scarce to get in cameo. So if you ever see a proof coin from this time period and it's an old holder and it looks cameo but it's not on the label, it's worth snatching up because, you know, to get a cameo on something like this is really rare. So what I was about to say about the 41 proof sets is that the gray sheet has the set bid at about $735 on a set. A lot of guys, when they put these sets together, they try to, you know, create a set of matching grades, which I understand. I mean, I get that. You know, but this set was all together from birth, shall we say. One of the things that's unique about older proof sets is that you could just buy one coin and didn't have to buy a whole set. And that's why on a lot of these coins, they actually have different mintages from one denomination to another. So you can buy the whole set. If you have to get a match set, you can. We're probably going to go ahead and price this as an individual set before we consider breaking it up into different coins. So, but for those of you who, maybe someone you know is celebrating their 80th birthday, happy birthday, Dad, 1941, you know, this would be kind of a fun gift, especially if they're a coin collector. So this coin, once again, huge open fields with few to no contact marks. And once again, what we want to look for are surface quality problems, little scuffs and stuff like that. This coin at a proof 65, you know, I'm not an expert on these proof coins, and like I said, the way they grade them to me sometimes can be mysterious. I have an idea, and that's why I mentioned to you the things to look for. But once again, it's hard to look at it and think, well, certainly this coin is better than a 5, right? But you're grading proofs against proofs. So you're not grading proofs against unks. But still on a coin like that, I'm thinking it's probably, give me one more point, guys, call it a 66. Now, having said that, there's not really any price difference. I think that most of these coins don't really jump in the gray sheet until you get into the proof 67 range. And then you start seeing jumps on individual coins and starting to see collectors who are really looking for the outliers, the toughest to get as far as overall quality goes. But speaking of quality, one of the reasons I chose to send these coins in was because I've seen enough of these to where I can tell when something is pretty nice, and as opposed to the stuff that we traditionally get in, which is, you know, it can be scuffy and marked up, and lots of times they'll come back 3s and 4s. Let's just admire the work of one Adolf Weinman here. Look at that design. I mean, you know, when you see the coins circulated or even uncirculated, they don't always hold to this type of quality. But when you look at this coin here, you know, if you look at it up close and personal, it's just such a lovely design and quality. So the Walking Liberty is of course popular. I'm a little bit more fond of that eagle design, and of course this design become super uber popular because it turned into the silver eagle, right? So one of the things I want to point out here is over in the sun, there are these lines going across it, but those are not scratches. There's no differentiation in the color on the surface. Those are in some way embedded in the actual coin. So it's not really a strike through unless it is a strike through. I mean, maybe there's something in between the planchet and the die when it went through there. You know, in comparison, the obverse and the obverse of this coin is a touch more flatly struck. You can see kind of the area there by the dress and the rays where it looks like there's just pieces of the design that are missing. You know, but overall, it's still a pretty strong strike. Some of these things come as flat as a pancake. Like on certain S Mint coins, you can't see her hand at all. The branches that she's holding that go in front of the dress, you can't see those at all. And then, oh, here's that line again. Here, you check this out, guys. See the line going up near the T, then it's popping out again over here from the T all the way to the Y. I mean, that had to have been like a little piece of string or something. Because usually if it's a wire from a wire brush, it'll be like a short, strong piece of metal. But look how twisty this stuff is. I don't know, was it up here too? I forget. I remember looking at the coin when it came in. All right, proof 66. Nice grade, nice coin. Like I said, really, really hard to get sevens on these guys. Some of you will talk about grade protection, which is to say they kind of know not to grade anything a 67 unless it's, you know, uniquely beautiful, I guess I'd say. But overall, this set is lovely, and we'll be pricing it up as a set and put it on our website. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave your comments in the box below. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.